Okay, my crochet friends, I'm going to do my best at this. I've not ever done somewhat like a tutorial type thing for you, but I'm going to just do a quick overview of what we've been learning so you can continue to practice and work on your first project. I do apologize that it's taken me so long. I've been trying to figure out the best way to approach this and do this for you. So remember, you're going to latch onto your hook as we've gone through in class. You're going to do your chains. So you are going to yarn over your hook, take, and you're going to pull through. Remember to hold on with your middle finger and your thumb, and you are also going to keep a good tension. Now, we've talked about how everybody holds their yarn in their fingers differently, which is perfectly fine, but just be aware to keep it a little tension there, so your chains won't be so tight, but also won't be loose. And that's a big thing to remember, is you can't have them too tight and you can't have them too loose, or else it won't work very well. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 chains, and you need a total of 29 to start your project. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So there I have my chain of 29, as you can see. And we're going to skip the first loop, which is right there. And we're going to go into the second stitch right there. Remember, you're only going to go through the top of the V stitch, okay? And remember to keep it facing you is the V. So you want to see the V on this side towards you, not, let's see if I can, not the back side. This would be the back side. We want the V turned towards you. So you're going to insert your hook into that loop, yarn over, and you're going to pull through, and you'll have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, and you're going to pull through both of them, okay? And you're going to continue to do this all the way across. The pattern itself does not say to do a chain, or a single crochet across, but being that everyone is fairly new to this, I want a good base for the project before we start, because cotton yarn can be a little tricky to use, because it can come, you can end up putting your hook through the individual strands in this. It's not really a yarn, but it's kind of called cotton thread sometimes. But like I said, just like that. So remember, go through the loop, yarn over, pull it through, got 2, yarn over, and pull through. Now, notice I am pulling on it just a little bit, just to tighten it just a little. And that's what you want, is just a little tightening. Not a lot, but a little. And then it makes it nice and even. But remember, keep your tension in your left hand. Keep a hold of your project with your middle finger and your thumb. And then also I use, as I pull through, after I'm done, I grab onto the tail end over here to kind of keep it out of the way until I go into the next stitch. Just a habit that I have, but the one that's really big to remember is this side. Your left hand, and for my left-hander, it would be your right hand. So as we're nearing the end here, remember to keep it nice, not too tight, and keep the V, again, keep the V facing towards you. Now, one trick, especially when you're starting a project or as you go throughout your project, it's always good to go back every couple of rows, check your stitching, and also count your stitching. That's very important because sometimes it's easy to get off on your stitching and then you'll end up with more and your sides won't be even. You'll look like you've got a trapezoid going on rather than a straight line. So we're at the end. We have our knot here and we have one last stitch here, so we go into that last stitch. Another thing, remember not to pull up, because as I pull up and hold it out here like this, as I've seen, you're going to loosen this stitch here up too much, and that leaves a gaping hole. So you need to be careful not to tug on it this way. Keep it kind of tight. Remember not too tight. So here at the end, now we've done a chain when we started our project. So you're going to yarn over and you're going to chain up just one. The reason why you're chaining up just one is because the first stitch that you're going to go into is going to be a single crochet if you read your directions. So you chain one, then you turn your project. Turn your project around. Some people don't mind going this way, some people like going this way. This is the way that I tend to like to go, is towards my left hand. That's totally up to you. Some projects might be a little picky, so make sure, remember always to read your project. Okay, so our single crochet, you're going to come into the first here. So you have your V up at the top. This time the V is not going to face you. This is what we call the wrong side. This would be the right side, this would be the wrong side. Okay, but you're going to go through just one stitch, just one of the loops in the V, and then you're going to yarn over, come through, you got two on the hook, yarn over, go through two. Oops, see, there's the splitting. So just be very careful. Okay, the next stitch you're going to see is the double crochet stitch. Okay, this one's a little bit trickier, but with practice you'll get it. So I would suggest chaining, doing a single crochet row, and then practice a row of double crochets with your regular yarn before you move to your project yarn. Because as you can see, this project yarn, if you pull it out too many times, it does hold its shape, and it can be kind of difficult to use. So we don't want to pull it out, so always practice with your practice ball of yarn. Okay, so here is the double crochet. First stitch was a single, the next one is a double. You're going to yarn over, you're going to go through that loop, remember just the one loop, then you're going to yarn over again, you're going to pull it through. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through these 2 loops, just those 2. So, and now you have 2 on your hook. You're going to yarn over again and you're going to pull through both loops. Okay, the third stitch is a single crochet, so as we've done, just do a single, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So here's your double crochet again, yarn over, come in here, go into your loop, remember just the one loop of the 2, yarn over, and some kids yarn over this way, which is fine, some yarn over this way, it's totally your preference, but yarn over, pull through 3, or pull through, now you got 3, yarn over, pull through 2, kind of tighten it, just a smidgen, not a lot, yarn over and pull through 2, and that keeps the stitch nice and tight there. So I'll just do one more, a double crochet, yarn over, oops, yarn over, go through that top loop, yarn over, pull through, got 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, tighten it just a little, yarn over, and pull through 2. So like I said, use your practice yarn. Make sure you got a good base there, and do a row of single crochet and a row of double crochet. That way you can practice those 2 stitches. Other than that, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them as I can. But those are the 2 stitches that you'll be using for the project. Make sure to let them, students, make sure you remember to read your pattern. The first row is a single crochet, a double crochet, a single crochet, a double crochet, and it'll go out every other throughout the pattern in that way. Remember, when you get all the way to the end, if you see, find the V. Very important to find that last V, because you've got a little loop right here. We do not want to go in this little loop, so you need to just find the last V, and you'll go into that loop right there to finish off that row, and then you will chain just 1, because when you start the next row, it will start with a single crochet. Okay, if you have any questions again for me, let me know. I will go over your projects when we come back together tomorrow, and we'll see. I do want everybody at least to be on the same page when we do the edging. So keep practicing at home, and I will see you all tomorrow.